How do you turn your dream of being a musical theater performer into an actual reality? I could sit here and we could talk for hours and hours and hours about the nuts and bolts of auditioning, self-tapes, casting profiles, reels, clips, agents, unions. Like, we could go through a whole spiel of all of that. But the number one factor that holds people back is a mindset shift that if you do not change, you are not going to move forward at a comfortable pace in your career. Are you going to continue dreaming and saying, oh, my dream is to be a musical theater performer? Or are you going to make that actual reality come true for your life? So let's talk about this mindset shift that you need to make right now. I don't care what point of your career that you are in. And then also how you can navigate moving forward when all of these boulders, I don't even have a better word for it, right? Boulders, because it feels like boulders come at you that are going to keep you from making your dream a reality. What you say to yourself matters. And I'm going to repeat that again because it is fundamentally the most important aspect of how you can shift the narrative in your mind from dream to reality. You cannot control what other people say to you, right? And how many times has someone said to you, oh, that's so cute. Your dream is to be on Broadway. Oh, that's so cute. You want to be on stage for fun. Oh, how that must be so fun. Or, oh, wow, you want to go to college for that? Or, oh, you have a degree in that? Oh, that's fun. We get told that over and over again 1,001 times. I can't control what someone else says to me. I can correct them. I can set my boundaries. I can speak my boundaries to them. Or I can say, this is how I'd like to be spoken to. But most of the time, it's not even worth our time or energy to say that to someone, unless there's someone that is our family member. Whole other conversation. But my point here is all I can control is how I respond to them and what I say to myself. So here are a couple of things that you probably have been saying to yourself that you need to shift right now. Number one, rejection. We say this all the time. We hear this in college programs, right? In the season where everybody's hearing what BFA or BA or boop, boop, boop they got into, right? I've been rejected from this school, this school, and this school. You are not rejected. You just didn't get that offer. That word right there is already setting your mindset that the dream cannot be a reality because of the negativity that's involved in it. Okay, another word we use quite a lot is you're going to get a lot of no's or rejections from shows for auditions. Well, you could think about it that way, but who wants to think about every single time they submit, oh, I haven't heard from them, that's a rejection, I've been rejected. They're not thinking that on the other side of the computer, because it is a computer now, right? Sending those self-tapes into the big black hole. But they're not thinking that. They're just thinking, well, these are the people that are right for this project, for the way that we're going to do it. And if you sit there and think of that word rejection or no, and they just keep coming at you, you are going to have a very challenging, very negative approach to this career. And that word dream is going to stay here. Dream, out of reach, where you can't get to it because of all of these, again, boulders that are flying at you. But again, we cannot control what people do or say to us. All we can control is what we say to ourselves. So how can you shift that way that you talk to yourself about rejection or no in this industry? Okay, whatever works for you. Some people like to use the word no thank you. I like to use the word opportunity. Opportunity. Every single time I get to audition, it is an opportunity for me to perform. It's an opportunity for my work to be seen. It's an opportunity for me to have a free class. It's an opportunity that may come back to me in a long time to be seen by somebody. And years later, that opportunity to perform for them or send them a tape or be seen by them or be considered by them or have a chat with them, that may come back to me later on in my career. And you don't know that until you've been in this industry quite a long time. So I want you to consider what you say to yourself, shifting it, not toxic positivity, but a way that we can navigate this career to go from dream being so far out there to this is a reality. I'm making this thing happen. You cannot live for your parents, for your family, for your friends, for your partners, spouses, relationships. You can't live for them. If you allow someone else, and I know this has happened to you because it happens to every single one of us in this industry, if you allow someone else to tell you what they expect you to do in this lifetime, you are not going to make that dream become a reality. And I know this is going to resonate with you because I've had conversations that I can't even tell you how many times, and myself included. People look at us and they do not understand how important this dream of being in musical theater is, right? And most of the time, it's not even to be on Broadway. Like, yeah, of course, that would be amazing, or be on the West End. But it's just to have a career in this industry and to fulfill this need to be a part of that world in many different capacities. And people outside the industry do not understand that passion. And they look at us and they laugh and they say, oh my God, you're never going to support yourself. How do you know? How do you know? Do we have to have other support jobs? Yeah, like absolutely 100%. But you are already keeping that dream at arm's length because you're letting someone else tell you what your reality is going to be in life. And I can speak about this from personal experience because if I had listened to everybody in my life when I was in like really my 20s, especially growing up, that's typically when it happens, right? When you're growing up, you're in junior high, high school, you're in college, and people are starting to tell you what you should do with your life because, you're getting older and you got to have your, what together, right? And you're not living at home most of the time anymore. And so you're like, I need to make some money. What am I going to do? This is not reality. Like, this isn't realistic. Nothing in this life is realistic. Yes, musical theater is unrelenting, unreliable, unrelatable. It can make you feel unworthy. Absolutely it is. But tell me another job in this industry that does not have the same negativity attached to it. If your dream is to be in this industry, then why would you not give yourself the opportunity to make that a reality and to find out and to discover and uncover what's the next chapter for you? Because the things that we dream young, in our teens, even in our 20s, gosh, even in our 30s, that can shift and mold, and that's okay. I know so many people that went to college that have undergraduate degrees in musical theater, that have master's degrees in musical theater, terminal degrees that I know very well, that are doing a different job now. Great. You didn't waste your time. You didn't waste your energy. You just followed a dream that evolved over your lifetime. And I think that's what happens is very young at an age, we listen to what people tell us that we should do, and we really haven't figured it out ourselves. So give yourself that permission to say, I'm going to figure it out as my life moves on. And as I evolve, my dreams will evolve. But let me ask you this one pivotal question. This is what I ask all of my clients before they even work with me. But if you allow other people to tell you what you are going to do in your life, you're never going to give yourself permission to say out loud, this is my dream. Because remember, what you say to yourself matters. But what you speak out loud to other people also matters if you would like to make those dreams a reality. So here's the question I ask all of my clients, one of the many questions. If you passed away tomorrow, what would you want people to say about you? Okay. Second part of this, specifically for your work as a performer and for you to unpack, is if you were to wake up tomorrow and be 60 years old, would you have any regrets of not following your dreams? If you never did musical theater, ever, would you have any regrets? Why would you allow society to dictate what your career and what your life should look like? Because it is unconventional. Because our life is unconventional. My life is so unconventional. People are like, I don't even know what, right? But I don't have anything to prove to anyone. I don't have to explain anything to anyone. My life is my life. Your life is your life. And an unconventional life is just that. It's just unconventional compared to what normal society has dictated as a career, which is typically, for women, 9 to 5 if you do have a job. But most of the time it is to be a wife, to be a mother, to be a household runner. And that's okay if that's what you want. But if you're watching this video, that probably is not all that you want? Can you have all of that? Absolutely. Look at Broadway right now. We are seeing mamas come out and do career and be mothers. Absolutely 100%. Being a mother is not something that I want to do my lifetime. It's not one of my dreams, and that's okay. But society has taught us that as women especially, we have to do a certain thing in life, and that is you know what. So what is your dream? And if you woke up tomorrow and you were not here anymore, would you look back and say, oh my gosh, I wish I had followed my dream. I wish I had moved to New York. I wish I had tried out musical theater. I wish I had broken out of the bubble little country city that I am in. I wish I had followed my heart and my gut. I wish I had gone to college for that. I wish I had given myself a chance. This is me saying to you, give yourself a chance. You can try out musical theater. You don't have to go all in either, right? You don't have to go all in. It's not all or nothing in this world. But you can try it out and then down the line go, you know what? Not for me, but I think I really want to be a professor in musical theater. Or not for me, but I think I'm really interested in nursing. And I think that is something that's really interesting to me. Or not for me, I do not like the instability of the industry. That's fine. You can come and go too. The idea of, if you can't do anything, if you could think of doing anything else, go do that thing. Come on. Tell me one person that has said that out loud that has actually followed that phrase, right? So I want to go back to my main point here, which is, why would you not give yourself the opportunity to turn your dream into a reality? Either one, you're speaking to yourself in a very unkind way. Or two, you're letting other people speak to you and affect how you're going to live your life. And when you wake up on your deathbed, when you wake up tomorrow, when you wake up and turn around and you are 60 years old, none of those people are going to be there with you. Only you. Just you. Even if you're married. I'm married, but I know that someday maybe I don't know, maybe he'll pass away before me. Maybe, something will happen and we won't be together anymore. Who knows? But I know no matter what, every single day, I have to wake up to me, myself, and I. And so I have to take care of me, myself, and I first, so that then I can take care of other people that I want in my lifetime. If you were 60 years old tomorrow, would you be proud of the life that you led? Would you be proud of the work that you did, the risks that you took, the failures that you had? Would you be proud of yourself? And trust me, I know this is hard to think about, especially if you are under the age of 30. I mean, God, if you're under the age of 40 even, I don't know, maybe even 50 or 60, really age has no value or matter in this conversation here. But I know it's challenging. I know it's hard. But I know that sometimes following your dream and making that a reality means you're going to have to let people down. I know that from experience. I know it means that you're going to have to let people down. I know that it means people are going to say things about you that are probably going to be painful because of their feelings, because of what they think that you should do. But this is your life. And do you want to turn around 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years later and go, wow, I wish I had followed my dream just to see what would happen, just to try it out, so I would know and not have any regrets. Trust me when I tell you that it will be much worse if you do not follow your dreams in the long run and you do not give yourself a chance or the experience of saying, let me test this out. Let me just see what happens. And then I'll make decisions and pivots along the way. Life is short. You only have one life to live. Why not spend that life making your dreams, whether it's career and in your lifetime, right? For your personal life. But why not spend your life making your dreams a reality and seeing what happens and seeing what you uncover and discover along the way? Why not? You never know what the future holds, and you don't know until you take one step forward and turn that dream from a reality, turn that from a dream into a reality. And if you need any help, don't hesitate to drop a comment below. If this was valuable for you, let me know. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Make your dream a reality. It's worth it in the long run. Cheers.